on me. You're already a voice inside my yard.
Check it out, we on the scene with the dopest review show you ever seen. We got a hitman and a zombie, best believe, bringing you the heat. It's about to get crazy. Hitman in the undead, coming at you live. Spit 5 rounds, we won't compromise. Doing movies, games, and everything in between. Get ready, y'all, for the dopest review scene.
What up, family? Welcome to the show.
What's up?
Blink one in the house. I am Zombie Lucha Libre. Here's the Hitlander, and also the Hit Daddy, dropping those beautiful wisdom on this young generation about daddy stuff. Here we go.
Setting rules with a killer style. Faces pale but huge smiles. Sunny dad says don't fret. Brains for dinner but no regrets. Hitman pops just a little drink. Clean up your mess, then do it again. You tune and listen up. Get your fill up, that's up.
That's right, guys. It's time for the headshot with your favorite daddy.
Who's your daddy?
Daddy, say something to the peoples. Daddy talk.
Hello, children.
Oh my goodness.
Am I doing the right voice? I can't tell.
You're making our loins a little hot and steamy right now.
Oh my gosh. Oh my damn.
Oh, Peter.
Peter. Oh, Peter. Cusco's poison. Poison made specifically for Cusco.
I'll be pissed if they make a live action of this movie. Just leave it alone. Turning everything. You guys are running out of ideas.
Yeah. Yeah. What are they doing now? They're doing a Lilo and Stitch, I think, right?
Yeah, and Juana. Moana.
Well, there is no shortage of thick Hawaiian girls. So they'll be able to cast Auntie pretty quick.
You saw that she fucking got replaced, the Moana girl? Just the
Really?
uprope. Yeah, she aged out.
Oh, but it's
Apparently.
actually going to be Dwayne DeWalk Wanton.
I'm surprised he hasn't aged out yet, man.
Fuck, dude. Your Rosie's going to take hold of that fucker.
Sheesh, man. So, daddy talk.
Talk daddy to me. Holy shit, that's what this should be called. All right, go on.
Talk daddy to me.
Wow. That's deep. Is that what we're doing? We're starting off with the daddy talk?
Yeah. In memory of Father's Day, aka Mother's Day, because everybody's single mother wants to be recognized as fathers too.
Dia de papi.
So I've been telling everybody every single holiday is just Mother's Day. So just call everything Mother's Day.
Father's Day was the day you got the raw dog, anyways.
There you go. Salud.
Yeah, salud.
It's like this joke. It's like, Mom, before you had me, what do you want it? You wanted a boy or girl? The mom goes, I just wanted a massage.
I just wanted to catch a nut.
A white Canadian nut.
Man.
I got a dad joke really quick. Sorry to interrupt. There's this little girl. It's like, Mom. It's like what happened? She's like, oh, there's a gay cockroach. The mom's like, a gay cockroach? She's like, what do you mean? It's like, yeah, he came out of the closet. There you go. Talk daddy to me.
When does a joke turn into a dad joke?
When
it becomes apparent.
Bear with us, guys.
I'm trying to say dad jokes, man. Oh, every lame joke is a dad joke, man. All
Some
right.
respect on our names, man.
I guess. I don't know. I'll take it. I guess.
Yeah, we'll
What's
take
mom
it,
got?
right?
Jeans? Whatever. You ain't got shit,
They got bloom jokes.
right? And they just steal our jokes.
Oh, that's stupid. That's a mom's joke.
So what are we talking about? We're doing dad advice, right? In honor of
Keep an eye on
your
the other Papa de los Muertos. So what was dead?
hide your kids. So first of all, without
Point number
further
one.
ado, how about
Hide your
advice
wife.
from the Fajas de Hitman E Zombie? I will start off because I have countless dads. I'm not getting into that, but all right. So one, I asked one of them. That's dude,
Here's
that
a
sounds so
Rolodex.
wrong.
Here's a
I have-
Rolodex
yeah.
of dads.
I'm just saying, many people fill the role of fatherly figure.
Of course.
You know, it's
I got
good to diversify. It takes
You
a
got your
village.
TV dad, you got your work dad, you got your
American Dad. Good
You got
morning,
your-
USA.
you got you got your Quagmire dad, you got
All right.
you know
Well, first, okay. So I talked to one of them many moons ago, and I asked what his favorite quote was, or what bit of advice he had. And his was, the only time success comes before work is in the dictionary.
wow.
It's a good one. It's what's his name? Vince, not McMahon. Cause
Oh, no.
frick that guy. He used to be the coach of the Bears. The Bears.
Right. Los Osos.
Lord,
Lombardi.
I'm not gonna. Lombardi. Yeah, you're right. That's right. Vince Lombardi. That was the famous Vince Lombardi quote, and that was his favorite quote. My other father, who I asked for advice, also.
Who? Darth Helmet or Darth Vader? I am your father.
Yes, Mo, I am your father. Fucking man. You am your father.
I'm your father. This is
I'm
smiles.
Fucking. All right, so this one. God damn, that really sounds messed up. But the other bit of
So,
advice I received was always make your bed in the morning, which
Before
I've
breakfast?
thus therefore attempted to implement. I understand it. It's set a routine, add a little bit of discipline to your
Okay.
day. Begin your day with discipline. I get that. It's not specifically the bed, but it's establishing your day.
Yeah.
So I've been working on that. I think there really is something to that. I mean, it's very old school, and it's very simple.
I even though the person next to you is probably still asleep, you make the bed right on top of her, so or the person. So yeah,
No,
like
My rule is the last person out of bed makes it.
okay. I thought that during the person sleeping, like
I built upon that to where those lazy bitches make the bed.
there you go. That's when out the bed, got to make the bed.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I never made my bed because I'm always running out of the bed.
I mean, before I received this piece of advice, I was not one to make the bed.
Or
But
like people that we used to do. Yeah.
I get it.
What I used to do is just leave your bed made and just sleep on top of the bed. So you just have a blanket on. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the temperature. I used to have a
Oh,
water
true.
bed that was like super warm. So when it was like winter and it was cold as shit in the Swiss Alps or wherever the hell I grew up,
So
I would crank that Soldier Boy and I would be under the blankets and it would be toasty. But in the
Wow, yeah.
summertime, I would just be on top of the blankies.
Now in the summertime, the weather is fine.
Summertime.
There you go. Yeah, those are all solid advice. You know, like structure. You know, people look at it for you as a leader, strong. You know, just the thing is, like, don't be afraid to fail. That's another thing.
That is
Because growing up for me, it was kind of different because I was afraid to fail. So I would get punished if I was failing. So kind of weird. I guess I was I got the, not to sound racist, I got the Chinese ruler type of thing, like saying that if I get C's and D's or whatever, I used to get like smacked and stuff. So it's afraid to fail.
Fucking.
They show like a little bit more. I got my. I've been building my traumas in this show, man. If you
No,
go
go back to your room. Okay,
So,
but
yeah,
any
so-
bit of like advice or routine that you picked up that you want to pass on?
Which was true, that I find a space that you can make your own. That's what I did. You know, amongst the noise of the world, find a little seclusion for you. Just a little safe haven or escape from all the noise, the reality. You know, that's what I did. For me, it was a closet. I went inside a closet with my book, a little flashlight. I just narrow it in. Yeah, the cockroach came out of the closet with me. But yeah, it's just failing once in a while is okay. Just learn how to get up from it, like cliche, but
I would like to compound upon this.
compound this on.
add another. Take me to Pound Town, Daddy. So I have a lot of phrases, and I don't know where I picked them up, but I got the phrases. So,
Let's talk about hitchhiking.
great. I already forgot where I was going.
You say you're picking
Failure.
them up.
Okay, so failure. The only way to truly fail is to stop
quitting?
trying.
Oh,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Quitting.
don't quit. Just keep going. I know it sucks sometimes. You know, you feel embarrassed, pissed off at yourself. It's cool. Give it a minute. Shake it off. You figure out why you fell or what went wrong, and then you go from there, brother. It's okay. We're human. We're not robots. And then we learn from what we don't. We learn from what we knew back then. Now was it Foresight's 2020? So like everybody says, if I knew what I knew back then, but if you knew what you knew back then back then you felt before you knew what you back then. Inception.
It's hindsight. Hindsight is 2020. It was me, Barry.
The eye patch.
If you knew back then, it was me.
I would have stopped you.
Man. Okay. So, you know what? Being a dad is hard work. It's hard. Being a parent in general is fucking hard. And here's the thing. Growing up, whatever shitstorm you came from, it seems like both or at least one of your parents has it handled. And then you step up to the plate and you realize they didn't know what they were doing. And then you ask them to jump in and referee your game, and they don't fucking know how to play the game. And it's like, how did you make it this far? And then you realize you just kind of wing it. And maybe you take a nugget of wisdom from this guy and that guy, and then you just kind of throw it in the pot and you make your chili.
And I'm gonna take a little bit from this guy, a little bit from me, or what my past experiences myself as growing up as a kid.
I'm saying, man, you just don't want to make a serial killer or two. That's it.
You make it through life, you're Gucci. You created a great upset citizen.
That's it. You know what's funny? Okay, so I was already working on an environmental science degree,
There you go.
and then
Certain words.
I adopted the title of Faja.
I am your father.
I am your Faja.
Don't, Daddy,
And-
talk to me. Soundbite.
I discovered. Okay, so before that, I was like, whatever, like it'll give me a job or whatever. And then I discovered later on that I started to care about a lot more when I had a lot more skin in the game, i.e., I made another human.
So, don't you mean you had a little foreskin in the game?
No, because it's their entire skin that I
Oh,
made with the Brogert. So
the Greek.
I mean, it's wild, but you generally discover more about yourself, or like dig out a new place in the world. At least I did. But I've seen a lot of people do that. Like you either find more of a purpose, or I also see the other side of the coin where it's just like I don't want this shit. Like, all right, cool. You were just signed on because you like catching a nut. Like, fuck you. but for the people who
Some people actually put in eject buttons, so they leave. So as soon as like, oh yeah, I'm out. It's not for me.
gang, I mean,
It's not for
everybody.
me.
Not everybody is meant to perpetuate their line, but
Are you bringing the milk home?
I mean, for the ones who really feel like there's a purpose there, it doubles down. And on top of that, everything that you loved as a child, you want to share, and you get to live it vicariously. You get to enjoy it again.
Yeah. And not only that, yeah,
No,
like-
go ahead.
like you're saying that being a dad is a hard rap. You have to. We are known as the jury, judge, and executioner. That you're only there to show you're the boogeyman. You're the boogeyman behind the closet. I'm gonna call your dad. Instead of being love, we became the instant villain. That's the role that we chose to be. And it kind of sucks. Like you want to show love. You're like, hey, don't be afraid. Like I love you, type of thing. But then they're like kind of hesitant, so it makes the mom the superhero. Like I'm gonna run to mom because she's loving, bubbly, and then my dad comes home, and I gotta fucking retreat. Because
Just do
he's
it, man.
bad.
Just do whatever comes naturally. You know what though? We are biologically what's the word I'm
Wired
looking
that
for?
way.
Yeah, I'm wired. We're biologically wired to want to prepare our offspring for the toughness of the world. So while the mom is like, oh, I want to hold my baby and I want to wipe his booty, I'm gonna give him white bees and I want to give him uppies and I want to give him little goodies. But you as like, nah, dude, the world is fucked up. You want to step in and be like, no, man, nobody's gonna do that shit for you.
Exactly.
If we suddenly fucking drop, you're on your own, dog. And then what? Do you know how to microwave a Pop-Tart? No, you don't!
Don't put it in the toaster, bitch.
Just press start a bunch. It just is 30 seconds. That's enough.
Hell yeah. So we keep telling him, it's like,
There's a
out there,
biological
people don't
need
give a
for
fuck
both.
about you. You think they do?
There's a biological need for both. And both are love.
In different
Some
ways.
just, some just need to sit in the cooker a little bit longer for them to be understood. So,
Hmm.
with that said, I have like I don't know how many nuggets I picked up along the way that I've shared. The first thing, my first dadism, I'm gonna drop it. I'm not trying to be like I'm all knowing or whatever, but this is just the way. This is just the way I impart my knowledge, or my progeny rearing.
Whoa.
Right. First thing, and I say this shit frequently, and it pisses them off, and I'm good with that because that's my role.
Lighting
You
a
don't
fire.
say can't. We don't say can't.
There's no can't, and I can do.
We don't say can't. I can't get over this fence, motherfucker. You can. You climb over something, you bitch. We don't say can't. Find another way.
Toss your ass over.
You find another way. I don't care if that way is asking somebody else. You're still finding a way. Find a way. Don't fucking say no. Don't sit down in the bleachers. Get out there and play the game.
Life's
I don't know
about
what-
inches.
Basketball or
Tell
something.
them, life, say it. Life's about inches.
Life's
Inch at
about
a time.
inches. Yo, pinche cabrón. So,
It's from the from what movie was it I was watching? You guys are playing out there for yourselves. I mean, for each other. This is the last year. Some will make it, some won't.
that sounds very familiar.
But you guys have something
X-Men.
minutes left. The X-Men.
X-Men 2000.
That's what it was.
Okay, cool. So, I also have one, and this is just a rule I've had for me, but I want to share it, you know?
Yeah.
Everything in moderation. And that's actually, I think it's Oscar Wilde, or who fucking knows. Everything's quoted. Everything is credited to that guy.
To the Cat in the Hat.
Everything in moderation, except for moderation. That in excess.
The moderation.
So it just means like don't go crazy with shit. If you're gonna smoke one, move along. If you're gonna drink. Well, I've had two and move along.
Drink two, moving along.
That's it. Everything in moderation. Don't go crazy.
Yeah, don't jerk it once, not 3 times. Okay, you still got to be productive.
You know when the Schmeat slips out and you slip it back in, but you're like going crazy, and then it like bends from you. Anyway, so, all right. What else you got?
You know, you're
was
saying
really
that actually happens and it fucking hurts.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny to say,
relatable.
they're saying there's no bone in that thing, but man, you would think differently.
I don't think it fits in the segment, but yes.
Welcome to TED Talk. Oh, hit
Thank you
daddy,
for coming to
talk,
my TED Talk.
hit daddy, talk to me. Yeah, you hit that thing wrong. You're like, and you smush it. That's it. You're peeping. You're gonna pee out your butt because this thing hurts.
I mean, because it's been like 3 days.
And it's getting purpurer and purpurer. I mean, there's a word. It's all purpurer.
You know, it can like pop if you if you're in a car accident, it can pop.
Oh goodness, like an airbag.
Yeah, dude, like a fucking balloon.
Shit. You know what? I know that experience because back in
I feel like
SD,
that should be dad advice too. Wear a
Cover your
seatbelt or your wiener will pump.
put a seatbelt on your wiener.
Mhm.
Mini seatbelts.
Hmm.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, back in SD where we used to live, there was this. I didn't know there was this little tree barely growing, and they were playing a new game, blindfold tag, I guess, or some shit. I was running, I didn't pay attention, and I went full force into that little tree, with my gnats were like just bam. That thing hit in the side is just personal information here. But after that, for at least a month, I couldn't pee straight, and I heard it. It burned.
Yeah.
I was in
You know,
pain.
one time I actually suffered testicular torsion.
Oof.
Yeah. I think I
You
was
get
like 12 or
twisted?
13. No,
got
it was
twisted.
fucking awesome. It hurt, but it was
Testicular.
awesome. Dude, I
torsion.
had nurses coming nonstop to check my nuts and like
Fondle you?
coolest shit ever, dude. You kidding me? And they were like, "Yeah, it's swelled to the size of a tennis ball," and I'm like, "It swelled down."
Shit.
Yeah, that.
That's your first
that-
experience. People jangling your balls.
Oh, dude, did you knew kink unlocked?
Jingles all the balls away. And then they give me
Yes.
this
You know
cream
what?
to rub on it, and I didn't get no nurse's attention. So I was, yeah, I was hurt. I was pain. It was the worst pain in my life. So I take Tylenol before I pee every time.
Yeah.
Because I hit it, and to this day, it's still kind of that way. Anyways. See, guys, you get to know us a little bit more every single episode.
Not too much. So, all right. So I have another piece of advice that I like to share. And here's another thing that I use quite frequently. Is that what he says?
Who the
Montreal. Yeah. I say this often.
He says this often.
Apologies, sorry, has a diminishing return.
Yeah, I don't do sorries. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but no sorry. I don't do sorries.
The fuck, that was contradictory. The sorry has a diminishing return. If you say sorry for doing something once, it matters. You say it twice, it matters less. The third time, you can just shove that sorry right up.
Yeah, because you already know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. So every time a little fucks up and tries to throw the sorry at me for doing the same thing that they've done in the past, all I say, diminishing returns.
Exactly. Yes, a 3 strike rule. I got the 0 strike rule. We say sorry, like fuck the sorry.
Well, and here's another thing about apologies. I notice this. I notice this a lot with other tiny humans. Is that, whenever they do some crazy shit, like kick some other kid in the head or whatever, then the mom grabs them and they're like, "Say you're sorry." And it's like,
yeah.
It's like, all right. So here's the thing. Like,
at that point, you're committing.
Your kid's not sorry. You grabbed him and you dragged him over here and you made him say it. And what you're teaching him is that you can do whatever you want as long as you say the thing that they want to hear afterwards.
Ah, I see.
Don't say sorry unless you mean it, motherfucker. And if you don't mean it, then my kid's going to kick your kid in the fucking face until they mean it. Because clearly they don't understand the consequences. The consequences thus far has been that your mom grabs your hand and says, "Say you're sorry." That's bullshit. That ain't enough, dog. You don't mean it.
Yeah, they don't mean it.
You didn't care what you did, and the next time you do it, you're not going to care either. That's how you raise a little shit. A little manipulative monster.
It's true, because they're like, "Oh, go do it." Like, "Oh, I don't want to say sorry." And then what the fuck?
Like, I'm not going to tell my kid to say sorry. I'm going to tell my kid to be sorry. And if that kid doesn't demonstrate the sorriness, I'm going to help him.
I'm going to beat the sorry out of you.
I'm look. I'm not gonna say one way or another, but I'm gonna say that if the kid was motivated on their own to do some shenanigans, then they need to see the light in one way or shape or form.
Yeah, they explain to him like, what the fuck, man? Like me almost beating down a little kid. Like, sorry. Like, no, bitch, you're not sorry. What's wrong with you? You didn't know
Yeah,
what the fuck you're
exactly.
doing, you know?
Yeah, you're just saying that so you can walk away.
Exactly. Sorry. No, bitch.
Like, right at the end of the day, I believe that it's our place, and I don't know. I don't know religion or whatever else. I feel like it's our place as a previous generation to pass whatever we learned and experience on to the next generation so that they can be better. Isn't I mean
You hope
that's the point of generations.
that's what you hope for, but some people have the ladder and they pull the ladder right behind them. So they're like, I found a way up, and they turn around and it's like, yep, I'm putting the ladder right up behind me.
And that's something, man. And that's why it's a responsibility of the responsible and the caregivers to reproduce.
Yeah.
Like, man, you see people. I mean, I don't know how many people who reproduce because they just like the making of the baby. A lot. They, like they maybe shouldn't have. And I mean, I met quite a few people that they made more humans, and I'm like, fucking why? Like, stop
Some
it.
people have like 12 fucking kids. I'm like, why?
Yeah, my neighbor I think has 13 though. My neighbors, and you know
Wow.
what though? Like they're beautiful people. I love them. They're great, but I think the last two have been kind of band-aid babies, where it's just like
Bad day, baby.
This is gonna fix our marriage. Like,
Oh, I see what you mean.
slow
Should stop
down.
at the first one.
Just because that's all you know doesn't mean that's the right way to go. But I'm not saying we're building to something. We're not reaching for some end game. But among so many other things that are going haywire these days, I just think desiring betterment for the prior generations to your own is like in our default settings. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want better for myself at this point. I want better for whatever scion I breed. And if I don't, like,
What are you doing?
why did I make more, man? Like,
Like you said, some people just hold on to that, like, oh, it's gonna be fixing our marriage and she can't leave no more, type of thing. But yeah, that's the Talk to Me Daddy segment of the show.
talk to me, daddy.
Do the voice.
Is there another one? You're like, it's,
No, with the deep voice. What's his name? Barry Brown?
Talk to me, daddy.
For the Hitlander, I am the soon-be Lucha Libre. This is and has been the Hitman and the Zombie Edge Show. Till next time, much love and peace.
peace.